You want to know why we ain't building? Because we go after white supremacy, but we also go after the satellites of white supremacy too, and the minions of white supremacy. They've mastered the art of using tethers. They got a whole conveyor belt of mammies and tethers who come over here and do the dirty work for the white supremacists. They know who to get because they understand people who are not of our lineage, they're not going to have the same camaraderie as a foundational Black American person. So it's easier for them to undermine us. They understand that the white supremacists are very scientific with how they use tethers. They understand the contempt many of them secretly have for us. And I'm glad we started catching on. I caught on with Obama. I really started catching on when I saw how Obama was so contemptuous to us and how we elevated that Sambo and how he just continued that benign neglect policy against us and let us get slaughtered like that and didn't say or do anything. That made me wake up big time. That made me fully wake up. And that made a lot of us wake up. Let's be real. A lot of us, we got this delineation movement going on because of Obama's ass. That's really the thing that woke a lot of us up. We sat here with that whole, black president, first black president. That little moist Negro, he wasn't on code with us. He didn't come from our lineage. And that was by design. Then I started putting two together. I said, wait a minute. When I look at a lot of these quote unquote black people who they have around the reins of power in the political realm, many of these people don't come from our lineage. I started picking up on that about a decade ago. Like Colin Powell. I think it's Caribbean. Obama, Kenyan. Eric Holder, Caribbean. You know? So I started picking up on that real early. Kamala Harris, you see? And we see the continuation of that. Karine Jean-Pierre. Then I start looking at the people in the Congressional Black Caucus and all of these people. Oh, wait a minute. And I start looking at these last names. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Something is going on here. And we start looking at Roland's fat ass, and looking at his background and seeing that, wait a minute, there's a pattern here. These people are using foreign tethers to represent us, and that's why we ain't getting nothing done. I'm like, how come we got all these black people in all of these realms of power, quote unquote, but we ain't getting shit? We ain't getting no protection. We're not getting no resources. How come we ain't getting nothing? And how come these Negroes ain't saying nothing? That's because they don't feel like they have some type of camaraderie with us because they're not from our lineage. That makes a difference. Because people who are from the lineage, even if they're in the political realm, instinctively, their ancestral spirit is going to make them say something and do something for the culture. And it was okay when it was just little musty coons going to school talking shit. We weren't tripping. But when these tethers start getting in positions where they're dictating where our resources are going to go, that's a problem. So we should call them out. That's why we don't dump everybody in the same boat. We say, hey, these are our brothers who are from the diaspora, and here are the tethers. And the tethers we have a problem with.